One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when they start a fat loss journey is actually not eating too much, it's eating too little, too fast. So let's say someone has a maintenance calories of roughly around 2,250. They go into a 25% calorie deficit, which is quick math. Let's say it's around 1,600 calories. You've officially started your diet. You've found your calorie deficit number, you've begun eating at 1,600 calories, the scale starts to move, and then guess what? You hit week 2 or 3. You've seen that initial loss, and then it starts to even out about. You have a couple of fluctuations, but overall, there's not too much change. So you think to yourself, fuck, I might as well be more aggressive. Your calories go from 1,600 down to 1,300. And before you know it, you're eating the lowest amount of calories you've ever eaten, continuing to train 4 or 5 times per week, you're not recovering properly, and you're finding the deficit really hard to stick to. The problem is the diet was working. The scale just wasn't reassuring you that it was, so you panicked. And this is one of the most common things that I see is just not letting your body do its thing. You actually need to give your body enough time to see the progress because your scale weight doesn't only measure your body fat, it also consists of water, food volume, the carbs you've eaten, digestion, the list goes on. So if the scale doesn't move for a couple of weeks, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is a plateau and requires you to drop your calories straight away. Because dropping those calories straight away could mean more hunger, more food focus, worse recovery, and worse performance. And eventually that leads to poor adherence to the plan. And the number one thing to you getting your results is adherence long enough to see your progress. So there's a couple of things that I want you to ask yourself. Firstly, have you actually been consistent with your food logging, understanding how many calories you're consuming, your step count, the amount of training sessions that you're doing? Do you actually know that you have been consistent? Are you tracking your weekly average scale weight? 7 days of data divided by 7. Are you tracking it? When you think about your consistency, does that actually involve the weekend? Because remember, it's a 7-day week, not a 5. Because this is exactly what happened with one of my clients, Arma. After 2 weeks, she was 1 kilo down, which is incredible, by the way. But she said to me, maybe we'll drop the calories next week and we can be a little bit more aggressive. And I said to her, how about we wait 7 more days? I want you to do these things. Firstly, be as consistent as possible. The number one thing is consistency. What happened? At the end of the week, she was actually 2.5 kilos down. We kept the calories the exact same and none of this occurred. Because at the end of the day, we all just require a little bit more patience. If you can truly say to yourself, you're sticking to the plan, then all you need to do is wait.